Hello, and welcome to the Mommanevin Knits YouTube channel. My name is Joan, and I am Mommanevin here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Today is May 4th, so I was going to do Spock hands, but that's not right. Today is May the 4th be with you with Star Wars, and this is episode 70, and it is 56 degrees where I am and rainy. So I am recording this a little bit later than I normally do, but that's because when it rains, I love to just sit and knit. So that's what I've been doing this morning, just sitting and knitting, and then it was like, ooh, I gotta get busy here. Sorry. Okay, let me see if I can get this. There we go. I was trying to get to my my stitch stoppers because I need some for my new things that are coming up here. Okay, it has been a busy week, and I have been doing something that's kind of odd. I've been listening to my old episodes, and the reason why is because they help me to remember what I was doing on things. So if you decide to do a YouTube channel for no other reason, do it for that, because you can go back and figure out where you were on things. All right, so let's get started. This is my Mardi Gras sock. That's the first one. This is the second one. You know what? I wonder if I need to get a sock blocker. I don't think so. Let's wing it. So here I am with this sock, and I have to do about 3 more rows, and then I can do the fleur-de-lis on the toe like I did on this one, and then I can do the toe, and these will be done. So I'm going to do a goal this week. I haven't been doing goals for a while, but I'm going to do a goal to get these finished. So I want to get that last sock finished for next week. So we'll see. Okay. These are on 2.25 millimeter needles, and then I'm going to increase they're 60 stitches right now. I will increase to 64 stitches for the fleur-de-lis area. Okay, and the reason why I'm telling you guys this is not because I think you want to know it, so when I'm trying to figure it out later, I can go back and see. Excuse me. All right, next I worked just a teeny tiny bit on the Luke socks, and when I mean a teeny tiny bit, I mean I did this morning. So this is the Luke sock, and I did this brown and yellow section. And then this is what it looks like on the front. And what I do is, this is a 2.25 needle, and they're 64 stitches. Because when you do a slip stitch design, it makes it tighter. So I do these 64 stitches. What was I going to tell you about these? It's a 2.25, and then when I get to the row with the slip stitch, I do it a 2.5 so that shows up better. And I forgot to do that today and had to rip out like 3 rows. Not fun. Anyway, so that is Yarnaceous Fibers. Let me see if I can find here's the thing. So Yarnaceous Fibers, and this is Coffee at Luke's. So that's them. Now my goal next week, I did one section this week, so my goal next week is to do 1 section. Okay? All right, I did start 3 new things. I know. I'm not doing so good on that whole finishing up old stuff thing. Anyway. But, you know, if I finish everything, then what do I have to talk to you about, right? Right. So, this is Becca's dad's socks. I have done 2 rows. So, this is Felicini Shrooms. And I don't remember the name of the accent color. I thought I had the label in there. I went to look for it and it was gone. So, like I said, I'm listening. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking you guys like crazy. I'm listening to old episodes. Here's what the Shrooms looks like. So I'm listening to old episodes, and hopefully somewhere in there I'll get the name of that accent color so I can tell it to you next time. So those are 2.25 needles, 64 stitches. The reason why I'm doing 64 stitches on his is because his foot is a size 11 and a half. And I know from experience that people that have larger feet tend to be a little bit wider. So I am planning to do 20 rows for him, for his, you know, someday I'll remember what I'm talking about. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's not today, apparently. It's going to be, I'm going to do 20 stitches for his cuff. So that, because again, he's an 11 and a half, so those socks are going to have to be a lot longer than what I'm normally used to knitting, so I'm going to probably be working on those for a while. But that's okay, right? Okay, this is not, ow, poke myself. That's not working, so let's give that up. All right, so next, I worked on my plastic canvas. So I'll show a picture of that here. And I got this side of the fireplace done. So this is the second one like this. And then this is the insert for the fireplace. So I got one of those done. So next week I want to get the other one done. And I also got the star for one of the Christmas trees done. Let's see. Isn't that cute? A little star. Ooh, almost got away from me. I was supposed to do another stocking, but I didn't get that done. So hopefully I'll pick that up next week too. All right. So, and I did not get any sewing done this past week. I have been getting a lot better. I feel a lot better. I am still having trouble, like I was trying to explain to my husband yesterday, is my lungs hurt. So I've been using my inhaler to try and help that. Of course, you know, it doesn't help that we live in smog central. So, you know, whatever. Water. So my goal for this next week for sewing is I want to cut out 2 bags. Okay? We'll see how we do with that. All right. Blankets. All righty. My memory blanket. Okay, I finally got to start a new side. So we now have 101 on this. And here was our square from last week. That's really pretty. Like I said, I think it was an opal. So I'm going to stop here and go get the color for next week. Okay, I'm back, and our color tried to escape. Here's our color. It's really pretty. It's a blue and green. I don't know what this is from, but when I got it out of the thing, it didn't have the cover on it. So I was like, where's the cover? So I opened the container again, and there it was. So there, snapped it on that time. So we won't have a problem with that. And my memory blanket is a 3mm needle. Okay? Now, what I've been doing when I finish a color on the memory blanket is I've been putting the rest of it onto my 10 stitch blanket. And I finally got that caught up. So, okay, you will see that the color that's here at the end is the color from last week. So next week, whatever's left from this will be on there. So my 10 stitch blanket is 2.5 millimeter needles. All right. Okay. My husband loves it. I think it's so ugly, but he loves it. He goes, but I think I'm going to still be cold with it. Really? Dad joke now? No. All right. Let's see. Temperature blanket. I've been busy this week. I actually got a square done on my temperature blanket. This is for a 50 and 60 day. Oh, I thought I put a marker on it, but I guess I'm not. But anyway, the next square that's going to go right here is going to be the same colors because it's 50 and 60. And then I'm going to have to take some time to do like the edge like this. And then next time when I do another square down here, I'll have to do the edge down here. So it's moving slow, but I'm still keeping track of the temperatures. And I mean, it's so funny around here, the days that I forget to look at the temperatures, it's like, oh man, I gotta look it up on Weather Underground. And they always give me the temperature of an airport that's not that close to me. There's another airport closer to me, but they give me that one. And the temperatures there are quite a bit hotter. So, like, I don't like to use those. Okay. Just putting my stitch stoppers back in place. All right. Battenberg. I worked on the Battenberg this week. I actually was like, I need to work on that. So I got some done. I'm real happy about it. So I got these 3 whites added, and the squares that are above them got added as well, even though they were crocheted before. So the Battenberg uses a 2.25 crochet hook, and it is gorgeous. I really, really, really like it. So someday it'll be finished. Someday. Sorry, didn't mean to sing. All right, so I went back to work on my Christmas blanket. And so here it is. This is the square for this week. And I figured out if I do a square a week, I can hopefully get this finished before Christmas. So that's what we're going to try and do. So this is the square for this week. I took a picture to show you of where all the squares are hanging out right now. So, you know, it's very fun. It doesn't take long to do a square, and it's fun. Okay. So, as I said earlier, I've started 3 new things. I know. So the first one was Steve's socks, which I had planned those for a long time. So I don't get any demerits for starting that one. This one I get a demerit for. So this is not going to look like much to you right now. This is for a mosaic crochet blanket that I started. This is the first row. That's it. I will have a picture at the beginning of this that shows you, and it is a size G crochet hook. But I saw this and I was like, I need to have that. So it's going to take a really long time. I probably won't finish it by Christmas, but you know, there's always next Christmas, right? So I really, really loved it. So anyway, and then I'm so easily influenced. It's really sad. Lisa from Knit All the Yarn podcast is a very bad influence on me, even though she's not trying to be. She just is. So she started knitting all of her Felici scraps, which, you know, I have a lot of Felici scraps. I have a lot of projects I'm using Felici scraps for, but I have a lot still. So she started using her Felici scraps to make a jelly roll blanket. So, of course, it was like, well, I want one too. Sad. It's just sad. It's just sad how I'm such a follower. Anyway, so I started this one, and I am using it. I'm using old Felici scraps because I have so many Felici scraps. There's no way that I'm going to use all of those for Jessica's blanket. Aren't these cute? This is the little trucks I got. I got this from Pro Life Knitter for Let Them Live. So she sells these as a way to support Let Them Live. So anyway, so that is all my projects. I know. I can hear you yelling at me. Don't. All right. Incoming. I really didn't get a lot in this week. I know. But I got these scissors. And these are for plastic canvas. Remember how I told you the hardest part of plastic canvas is cutting out all the pieces? So this is supposed to help with that. So we'll see. And the only other thing I had incoming, oh, here it is. Because I've been trying out other places for yarn, I went to Walmart. And, sorry, I bought this yarn for the mosaic crochet blanket. So I got this color for the off-white. And I got this color for the red, and it looks very rusty color in the camera, but it's not. It's burgundy. Burgundy. And then I got this. I'm a little concerned it might be too dark, but we'll see. I got this for the gingerbread man. And this, the name of this is Cafe Latte. So I am still in mourning about Joann's, and this guy wrote a song about it, and he said, how did you lose all your money? Because I gave you all of mine. I don't know. I hope with all my hope that is in me, and this is probably a vain hope, but I'm hoping that once Joann's closes down completely and the dust settles, somebody else will step forward and start a new craft store. But we'll see. Because Michael's is starting, I was in Michael's yesterday, and Michael's is starting to do the same thing that Joann did. In that, it's starting to pick up like party supplies and, you know, a lot more decorations for the home and stuff like that. And it's like, Michael's, that's what happened to Joann. She got involved in too many other things. So it's like, come on, don't do this to me. I can't take it if we lose any more stores, y'all. Because I'm, you know, a crafty person. And like with yarn and with fabric, I have to touch it. It's very tactile for me. So anyway. Cows and Mouse. The Make Orange Great Mal is starting June 14th to September 30th. And that is to use the color orange for at least 50% of your project. So that's what we're going to do with that. Okay. And that is put on by Blocked Magazine. So hopefully there will be more information as to where to send your entries and things like that. It's probably going to be an Instagram run now, so we'll see. I don't know what that was, but anyway. Make 25 and 25, and I have gotten to recently put something new on there last week with Kathy's socks, and I'm hoping to be able to put my socks, my Mardi Gras socks on there soon. So I did watch Crazy Sock Lady's latest episode where she said that life is too busy and she's not doing sock camp this year. So I don't know. I kind of feel like, what's summer without sock camp? So I don't want to do the whole big thing, because, I got stuff to do too. But I'm wondering if we shouldn't figure out something just in our group, our group of people. And if we had a platform that we could talk to each other, where would you want it to be? Would you want me to create like a Facebook group? If I'm even smart enough to figure out how to do that. I don't know. Let me know. Happenings. I went to a bridal shower on Sunday, and it was beautiful. And what they did as a takeaway for their guests was they had a flower bar, and you were able to make your own bouquet to take home. And those are really nice flowers. My flowers are still doing well, and it's, a week ago. So it was a really, really fun idea. I got to see Becca and Jessica. And so, anytime I get to see my girls, that's a good thing. I got to talk to Steve, but I haven't seen either one of my boys this week. I had to go into the office on Tuesday, and it was fine. It's interesting being there all day. It does kind of get me moving in the right direction as far as getting stuff done. In some ways, I think I got more done. In some ways, I think I didn't get as much done, because in the morning, everybody's going to say, good morning, talking to each other. Oh, you're here, blah, 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 And so there's a lot more of that going on than at home. So I don't know. We'll see. I have to go in on Tuesdays, probably till I retire next June. So, but it is what it is. I got to see Jessica, so that was a bonus. And, I get to see people's faces again. So that's kind of nice. I think it helps other people to know you as well, for me to go in so they see who I am. Oh, you're still alive. So, I'm going to make the best of it. Right? Right. Cassie Crafts, who is one of our subscribers, and I met her at the Southern California Fiber Fair last year. She went to this store in Pasadena. Is it Pasadena? Pasadena. Called Recollections. And what happens is they take donations from people who, mom was a quilter and she died and we don't know what to do with her stuff, so here you go. So, and they take all kind of donations. Like, I probably could have given them a ton of yarn in the past. I don't have a ton right now, but maybe in the future. So she went there and she sent me some pictures, and she sent me a little bit of a video. And so that makes me want to go really bad. So I'm probably going to go next week. The reason, not next week, the week after. The reason why I say I'm going to go the week after is I'm doing what I'm calling a retire-acation. because I've worked at my job for 15 years and I've never taken a 2-week vacation. And so I'm going to take a 2-week vacation. I told my boss that I was taking it to audition retirement. And she's hoping I don't like it, but I think I'm going to. So that's one of the places I want to go on my retire-ication. So it sounds like fun. I mean, she showed me some pictures that were really awesome. I haven't asked her if I could put those on the show, so I will send her a note and see if I can. Let's see. I think Pirate might be trying to get in. Tell me to shut up and come pet him. Anyway, I just realized today, I looked at the calendar and realized that I missed the Vista Fiber Arts Fair in Vista, which is south of us, north of San Diego. And I'm really sad that I missed that. I keep wanting to get back to that, and I haven't been back to that since the first time I went. So that's really sad. I don't have a show and tell, but I do have what I'm considering a joke of the day. My husband he has a great sense of humor. People say, how do you stay married over 30 years? You have to make each other laugh. Because if you don't, it's not going to be good. But he makes me laugh. But he was telling me about our eagles that we have up in Big Bear, and our eagle babies are getting really big now. They're about to start flying. And the eagle dad is, if he were human, he would be either an architect or a builder, because he is always bringing sticks and building materials. And I mean, he's got that nest. It's awesome. And so he was telling me about it. He says, yeah, there was an eagle nest, I forget where he told me, that had a windstorm that blew the nest out of the tree, and the eagle baby died. And he goes, that nest wouldn't have come out if Shadow would have built it. So I don't know. I found it really funny. That is all I have today. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope that you decide to come back and visit me next week. And that is all. I have one more week to work, and then I will be on retire-ication for 2 weeks. So pretty excited about that. So anyway, hope you have a great day. See you next week. Bye-bye.